Welcome back, NFL fans. You're locked in for another trip through gridiron history, one forgotten classic at a time. Today, the time machine is dropping us off at City Stadium in Green Bay, Wisconsin on November 2nd, 1930. With 7,500 in attendance, the Portsmouth Spartans, who would one day become the Detroit Lions, were 4-2-1. They were visiting the 6-0 Green Bay Packers. This was the first time the two teams met. They've played 188 more times since. Pro Football Reference has very little to say about this game, as it occurred before people knew how to keep records, apparently. Hal Griffin was coach of the Spartans, and would remain so through the rest of their first season. Hall of Fame coach Curly Lambeau was leading the Packers for the 10th season, and would remain their coach until 1949. At the time of this game, he was 67, 25, and 13. Green Bay completed 7 of 9 passes for the game. Newt Rockne once said that a team that completes 35% of its passes has a great passing attack. Different times. But with that said, the Packers did gain 206 yards on the ground, with Paul Fitzgibbon, Vern Llewellyn, Bo Melinda, and Arnie Herber doing most of the damage. Llewellyn provided the first 2 touchdowns of the afternoon, running for 5 yards in the first and for 1 yard midway through the second. Melinda added another touchdown, a 1-yard plunge later in the quarter, to give the Pack a 20-0 lead. Red Dunn made 2 of 3 points after. Dunn opened the third quarter by completing a 42-yard pass to Curtis McCrary for a touchdown and an insurmountable 27-0 lead, before the Spartans finally put a dent in the scoreboard on a Mays McLean 32-yard touchdown pass from Father Lumpkin. Lumpkin also returned 2 kickoffs for 50 yards. At some point during the third quarter, Dunn was knocked out cold, had to be carried off the field. After a few minutes, he returned to the game with no apparent ill effects. Can you imagine? Now, Dunn, who surely had a concussion, completed another long touchdown pass to McCrary, this time for 27 yards, to put the Packers up 33-6 going into the fourth. Fitzgibbon scored on a dive to give the home team a 40-6 lead. Then Ray Novotny ran 9 yards for Portsmouth for their second score of the game. Dilwig caught a Llewellyn 3-yard touchdown pass to put an exclamation point on Green Bay's 47-13 trouncing of the future Detroit Lions. So way back when, Green Bay was kind of a juggernaut. They scored 7 touchdowns against Portsmouth, 3 by air and 4 by land. Melinda led the infantry assault, gaining 69 yards on 16 carries. Now, while the game was being played, a thief broke into Green Bay's locker room and rifled through the players' pockets, stealing around $110, which is about $2,117 today. He also stole a wristwatch. The Packers left the game undefeated, and with the home part of their schedule complete, hit the road for the other 7 games. They completed their season at 10-3-1, winning the NFL championship. There is no playoff. Portsmouth authored a 5-6-3 record and remained the Spartans for another 3 years before moving to Detroit and adopting the Lions as their mascot. Well, that's it for today. Until next time, keep the laces out and keep the history alive. I'll see you on the next kickoff. Bye.